Hi folks, Bonehoard is a support from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, and it's one of these ones with reconfigured. So it has at the beginning of your turn, if you don't control a creature named Bonehoard, your first creature gets +X until the beginning of your next turn, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. And it makes the Bonehoard token, which is effectively with these reconfigured cards, the token mimics the support card. And as you can see, in this case, it exactly mimics it because it says this creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. I slightly misrepresented in my last reconfigured video how reconfigured works. The support and the creature are connected, but I think I said if the creature dies, the support gets destroyed, and that's not quite true in the sense that it's not true at all. If the support creates the creature, if there's space, and if there isn't space, it just gives its +X effect to the first creature that you have in place. Right, I'm jumping to the turn where we put Bonehoard into play. There we go. So we can see we create the creature, and it's the third creature I have. It's in position 3. So what will happen is if I now play another non-token creature, a different one, it will just replace the Bonehoard, but the support stays in place and gives its +X effect to the first creature I have. So there's the Bonehoard. It's a masterpiece. We don't have many masterpiece tokens. It has reconfigured, it's 1/1 and colorless, and has the creature type Phyrexian Germ. It's kind of interesting. And then, as we've already said, at the beginning of your turn, this creature gets +X until the beginning of your next turn, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. We'll do a count up and we'll make sure that that works properly. But there we go. So we've got our token in P1. I think this artwork is one of my favorites for a while. Absolutely stunningly nasty looking little thing, isn't it? And I love that it's, it's called Bonehoard, and it is made up of a bunch of snatched bones from different places. There's femurs and all sorts. There's a spine. One of its back legs is made from a vertebrae. A spine there. You can see all the nodules along it, which is absolutely lovely. Now, this is really interesting. This is by the enigmatically named Chippy, who's done 119 cards in Magic, most of them all the way back in Mirage, Urza's Saga, Torment, around those days. Chippy is Chris Tanui Hutchison from Aotearoa in New Zealand, or that is New Zealand, Aotearoa. And has done, as I said, 119 cards. If you know your paper, Chippy did Grim Monolith, which is, I think, the really valuable card from Urza's Legacy, or one of the very valuable cards from that set. In Puzzle Quest, just because of when Chippy was doing his work, not a lot's made it across. Sarkhan the Mad Planeswalker is one you'll probably know. But interestingly, open your PMA and have a look at Cycle of Life, an enchantment. That is Chippy's work. It was done for a card in Mirage, Cycle of Life, and the artwork has been co-opted and used in Puzzle Quest, and I think that says a lot about how the developers over the years have kind of used artwork, and not really, I don't think they've credited the artists very well, and I don't think we do a very good job of that in Puzzle Quest, and it's part of the reason I want to call out the artists and the brilliant work they do in this set. In our game, and they're very important, and I've said it before, what a boring game this would be. It would be a text adventure without this fabulous artwork. Right, we've got some work to do. We need to get around to our term and check that Bonehoard actually works, because that's part of this adventure as well here, isn't it? That we're going through and seeing that these tokens actually do what they say. So, don't have an extra swap, Greg. That's very boring of you. Right, we want to see that we get +X. Right, we got +8 on our Bonehoard. It went from 1/1 to 9/9. So let's do a graveyard check. I have 6 creatures, and Greg has 2 creatures. That's 8. Brilliant. It works. So we got the +8, and that's good news. Now, let's see Dark Hatchling. What a good creature Dark Hatchling was back in Legacy, right? Still is. What we want to see, I'll show you how this works and how the Bonehoard token gets replaced. Watch the puff of smoke animation here. So great cascade. We'll play Dark Hatchling, and it just replaces. Oh, great puff of smoke. Dark Hatchling just replaces the Bonehoard, and it comes into play and we can destroy a creature. But the support, you can see all the way down in bottom left how Bonehoard support is still there. So as we come round to the next turn, we'll just let Greg have their turn, and I'll show you this. This isn't about the supporting the abilities, I know, but they're kind of connected. You'll see that the support gives its effect, it's +X to our first creature. There we go. Our Underrealm Lich got the boost there. So that is the excellent Bonehoard.